All right, you guys, here's the final look. What's up, you guys? It's your girl Loverly, and I am back with another video. You see the thumbnail and the title. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to create another style of freestanding balloon garland. So if you like to see the full step-by-step tutorial, make sure that you watch this video in its entirety. If you aren't subscribed to my channel already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, and leave me all of your feedbacks down in the comment section below. But without further ado, let's just get straight into today's video. So one of the best part about making freestanding balloon garland is that it doesn't require a lot of materials. So all you need really is your stand. I'm using the lamp pole, which you can get from Target or Walmart. It's around $19. I just removed the cord from it and now I'm just left with the pole. So I'll be using this as my stand and your balloons. For my balloons today, I'll be using everything from the brand Sempertex. I'll be using their Deluxe Merlot, which is like a darker shade of red. Also their Pastel matte blue. And I'll be using these colors in 18 inches, 11 inches, and 5 inches. I'll also be adding these balloon cherries as accents. For the green part, which look like the leaves, that is Sempertex Fashion Forest Green in their 260 size. And then for the cherry part is the 5-inch in Deluxe Merlot. To get started, I'll be creating clusters of 6 using only my 11-inch balloons. The 18-inch and 5-inch will come in later on, but I use my electric palm to create clusters of 6 of each of the colors. I'll be color blocking and making it an organic style. And when I say that, I mean I don't have like specific size that I inflate the balloons to. I just make sure that one of the balloon is smaller than the other, and then I tie them in pairs and then create my clusters of 6. But all the balloons should not be the same size. That is how you get an organic balloon garland. So let's just jump straight into that. Oh, before I forget, I actually need you guys' help with something. So as you guys know, Mother's Day is coming up and I can't really figure out what to get. Even though jewelry is always such a safe option, I can never really decide what's good. As you guys know, I have been raving about Ana Luisa for a couple of years. All of the everyday pieces that I wear are pieces that I have unboxed on camera from Ana Luisa, like this necklace with my initial M on it. These earrings and this bracelet are literally pieces that I've been wearing for at least 2 years now. But they sent me some new pieces and I need to put together a gift for a mom. So this is how the gift box looks, and then your jewelry pieces will be inside of the gift box. You have the option to choose to get it sent in a gift box, and this is how it will look. They also send the bag. This one is actually the smaller version to the one that I showed you guys in the gift box, and I think it will like look so good together if we stack them, like the smaller one on top and then the other, and then the larger one just hanging. I feel like this would be a great stacking moment. So for my second option, I was thinking about adding this bracelet as well, which feels like a classic everyday piece. I really love bracelets and I really love simple bracelets, you know, not doing too much. You can add it to the other bracelet that you have. Like, look how beautiful that one looks. And I really love dainty necklaces. I feel like this one is like a perfect single gift for a mom. I love this one. That's what I like about their jewelry. It's not the kind that you just wear once for a special occasion and then forget about it. Like, you can literally wear this every day. And I haven't had any issue with them fading or anything, which is important because I wear mines a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I still can't decide which one is more mom vibes. So help me out. Let me know in the comment section. Would you go for something more simple like this one, or something you can stack just like this one? Also, Ana Luisa is doing up to 25% off right now for Mother's Day, which is actually perfect timing. So if you're still looking for a gift, this is honestly a really good option. I will have my link in the description box if you want to check them out. I will also be pinning it in the comment section. But remember that I also do need your feedback to let me know which one is the perfect Mother's Day gift. Do you think I should gift them all of it, or you think I should just stick with my decision of giving them the stock necklace and the simple classic everyday bracelet? Let me know down in the comment section below. And again, thank you again to Ana Luisa for sponsoring today's video. But let's jump right back into this tutorial. So I'm going to start with my first cluster of 6. I'm going to just be wrapping it around the pole. You can wrap it around 2 times just to make sure it's secured and it don't move from the pole. Because sometimes if you don't wrap it tight enough, or if you don't wrap it enough, it could just slip right off of the pole. Second cluster. Each time I add a cluster, I just make sure that I push down on the middle just to eliminate the spaces in between each of the clusters. So this is where the pole ends, and I'm trying to add my cluster on it, but it keeps on slipping off. So I'm going to be using a 260 Q balloon to just add it on top, just to make sure that it stays on top. So I'm going to wrap it around my cluster. And I'm going to be making a loop or a hoop, I think. But this is how it looks. I make sure that it's very tight, and I'm going to add it to the top of this balloon. Now I can try to wrap it around the pole. So I wrapped it around the pole, and I also added a 260 balloon just to ensure that it doesn't go anywhere. But without that 260 balloon holding it down, it was like flying off of the top of the garland. So this is the height of my balloon garland. It's taller than me. I'm 5'7", so this is about 6 something, not sure. But it is pretty tall, and I feel like it's a decent size for a basic balloon garland. Okay, so far I can move my balloon garland, but it just looks straight. This is where your add-ons come in, like your larger size balloons, and also, more clusters to give your balloon garland shape. Alright guys, so I'm all done with the base. I think I'm satisfied as I'm finishing up, and if I see something that I feel like I want to fix, I might fix it, but so far I do like the base. I'm satisfied with the base. So this is what I mean when I say freestanding. I can literally lift it with one hand and move it. Like, that is a freestanding balloon garland. Like, no attachment to the wall, no attachment to the floor, just something that you could pick up and move. You know what I mean? That is freestanding. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in my fillers. I usually use fillers to cover up any like imperfection, any holes if the pole is showing, and it also adds a little more character to your balloon garland. So I use it for those purposes. So like here, I have a little space here. I'm going to be putting a filler there to cover it, and it also adds, you know, a little more to your balloon garland. I don't add too much fillers though, because I don't like seeing a lot of fillers on balloon garlands. So I just add enough. And then I also have my cherry accents. I do have a tutorial in the short section of my YouTube channel on how I make these balloon cherries. So I'm going to be adding these as accents on the balloon garland, and that is what we'll be using to finish it off. So I'm going to give you guys a quick little rundown of how I make my balloon cherries. So I have a 260 that I'm going to cut in half, and I have my balloon, my 5-inch balloon that I inflated, and I made it really soft and tied it at the tippity top right there. So I'm going to use my finger, push this knot through until I feel it at the bottom of the balloon, and then I'm going to grab the knot, twist it, and this is where your 260 comes in. You're going to be tying that knot under the balloon. So it's supposed to look like this, but you need to tie it, that way it doesn't move. Let me tie it again. So this is how it's supposed to look. So you see, got a little hole, and it looks like a cherry already. So I'm gonna go ahead and repeat that same process. All right, and I have my leaves right here that I already inflated, so I need to tie them together first. And this is what I will be tying onto the cherries. So look like that. And then I just cut off the excess pieces. So it's gonna look like that. It looked like a little leaf as well, and that is kind of the look that you're going for. And that is your cherry. I'm going to be attaching these to the garland using sticky dots. This is my favorite glue dots ever. So this is what I'm going to be using. And I think I'm just going to be doing one, because you don't need much. And I'm going to add it to one of the leaves, probably behind one of the leaves. Like so. I think I'm gonna add another glue dot. All right, you guys, here's the final look. What do you guys think about it? I want to know down in the comment section below. I will also be posting pictures and a video montage of the full look. That way you guys could really take it in. But I really like it. I also do feel like the color combination, you know, it works. It works for me. Let me know if it works for you. Let me know down in the comment section below. Again, if you aren't subscribed to the channel already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up. And let me know down in the comment section if you learned anything from this video. If this video inspired you to create again. I want to know it all. Thank you again to Ana Luisa for sponsoring today's video. Remember that they are having a 25% off for their Mother's Day. So if you guys would like to take advantage of that, the direct link to their website will be down in my description box below, as well as pinned in the comment section. Remember that I do need your help deciding what pieces to gift someone for Mother's Day. So also let me know that down in the comment section. Do you think I should gift them this everyday classic bracelet with the stack necklace, or I should just gift them the stack necklace with the other necklace? Just let me know down in the comment section below. I will really appreciate your help. Again, thank you again for tuning into today's video, and I will definitely catch you guys in my next one. Bye.